make sure that I ask Blaq and Skryb Anu and Koko to tell me again just a little summation, a little overall thing about the project, and also I want to ask Blaq to tell me about urbansoulfarmertumblr.com. Please.
urbansoulfarmer.com is my urban gardening blog, and I share recipes, and all my gardening journal is on there, so take a look, it's great. urbansoulfarmer.com.
Now, you're very modest with also your writing, but you have some chapbooks. If people want to get a hold of your poetry and your prose and your chapbooks, how do they go about it?
Well, actually, right now I'm in the works of publishing Urban Soul Farmer zine.
Oh, good.
And I'm going to be doing a workshop at DiSpell College February 20th, I think, that weekend. And I'm going to be talking about urban farming and doing some recipes and just helping people get healthier.
Nice.
And I'll be handing out zines and stickers and t-shirts, whatever.
Yeah, just to point out, a lot of her recipes are organic, right? Everything that you do is organic and healthy for you.
Yes, and that's what we're trying to implement too, DiSpell, getting back to holistic health.
Yeah.
So, that ties all in together, with our travels and trying to reconnect people to their roots.
I want Skryb Anu to tell us again how her approach to filmmaking and to, I guess it's kind of like a philosophy to living, right?
Yes, absolutely, and it's a modern day way of what my name really represents. Skryb was the documenter to the film.
Yeah.
So being a modern day scribe and documenting these things that I've done in the past. So with DiSpell, how the journey is going to take place is we're first going to investigate the original 13 colonies of the United States and see how was the culture able to survive. How did it have to alter itself? What part of it still remains, and how much of the culture has changed? Because what we find now are ghost behaviors. When you have gone years and years of being forced into mimicking a certain pattern of behavior, like for instance, I was riding the train one day, saw the sister yelling at her son, cussing him out because he was crying, and people look at that and see it's like, oh, black people, bad mothers, cussing their kids out, but it caused me to reflect back at the same time, that is a ghost behavior. Because if you were to look back during the times of slavery, our children had to be forced to act a certain way within the public. And out of fear of, our children could just run free and look down, if not the fear of having that child taken and reprimanded and God knows what. So, the threat of stay in line out of fear and to do anything to make that child to have a certain public persona still permeates today.
Yeah.
So it's going through investigating who we were originally, how much of that had to be broken down in order to survive and exist in this society. Because when you think of African spirituality coming over here where you had the witch burnings in Salem, Massachusetts.
That's true, yeah.
How did African spirituality survive such a climate?
Yeah.
What had to be done. So it's digging through that information tracing back to the original seeds that were planted. And then also finding those comparisons along the transatlantic slave trail. You know,
it's earlier. Kayla Moon was having like she was having a little nap. They're staying at my house, you know, and after my room, and then she told me that she was having a dream about the Middle Passage. Here's a white person, white sister, not that color, you know. Maybe everything matters, you know. And then she's having a dream. She goes, you know what? You were in my dream, Humberto, and you were kind of like. You were like helping in the Middle Passage. You were kind of helping. How did you say it? You said something about.
You were like a bridge.
Like a bridge, like helping. So maybe we're all playing a certain, you know, because I also I feel the pain of slavery. I feel the pain of American Indians, and I feel the pain also of our immigrants. You know, even now, you know, taken away from their parents, no matter what, you know. To a child being taken away from their parents is very similar to this that you're describing. You know, like one of the things I wanted to ask Black Lives Matter and the Bernie people is that I read somewhere that the Bernie people don't believe in reparations. You know, and I believe in reparations. You know, the promise of reparation has not been fulfilled. The promise of the American Indians, you know, they're taking up their land. All the treaties have been violated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff. So this stirs up a lot of stuff that we've suffered for centuries. You know, the black slaves their drums were taken away. You know, giving birth to the Negro spirituals in the songs they sang. During hard labor, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's connected to the blues. It's connected to jazz. It's connected. Yeah, rock and roll is actually rhythm and blues before rock and roll. In Cuba, they did that too. They did, you know, the whole thing with the church and everything. I mean, at least their drums were not taken away, but I'm sure they were restricted, you know.
Right.
And their bata drums are that's why they're so powerful and so spiritual, because they're connected directly with the motherland. You know what I'm saying?
And,
so,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. So I'm feeling this work that you guys are doing is so crucial. It feels like you're doing personal DIY, you know, into stuff that the researchers, that academics have done too, but somehow even through 20th century, you know, through cinema, through Roots, you know, the seminal program from the 70s, through hip hop, we still need healing. We still need, you know, to purify ourselves from all this ill that's upon us, and a lot of times we don't even understand it.
Yes, and
added to that, like drugs and, you know, the crack epidemic, all of that, the imprisonment. You know what I'm talking about?
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm looking at it on an even more inclusive, as far as global scale, in the sense that for me, it's not something that I'm doing that is intellectualized.
No.
It is something that I'm doing because I'm drawn to do it.
Yeah.